foods. We made a whole bunch of friends at a retro arcade bar. Get obnoxious, playing 80s and 90s video games. Good time. So you'll be there. So you'll be very much.
I was in Lincoln a few years ago.
It's a pretty good city. It really is.
I was there for about 36 hours. My mom got airlifted from Phillipsburg back up there for a rain visit.
Lincoln General West Campus. That's where I had to rehab after I lost my right hand.
I went from Wilburton, Oklahoma to Preston. I left at 11 o'clock. I was there by 8.
9 hours. Wow.
I got pulled over twice.
I did about
before.
5.5 to 6 hours.
Well, Wilburton's in 3.
Is it? Okay. That makes sense.
You're down by the college.
So, that makes sense. I was
I
just
got pulled over.
9 hours.
I got pulled over at Hartshorn. And the cop was like, you know that should go that day. No.
Apparently not fast enough, you got me.
I said, wow. I told him what was going on. He said, I get you. He said, I just, please go there.
The only speeding ticket I've ever had in my life was Kansas.
I was driving along, there was some guy. He managed to get 100+ mile an hour ticket, first time I've seen it in 4 states. He was doing anything, 120 miles an hour away. He got stopped in every state, got a first time offense because none of them went in the system.
Okay, 6 o'clock, Town of Tryon Board of Trustees Utility Special Meeting, August 18, 2026, at 6 p.m. First Baptist Church at 122 North First, Tryon, Oklahoma, 74875. Agenda, call it order. Number 2, roll call.
Jenny here.
Sean here.
James here. 3, consideration discussion action on relocation of meter at 305 PECAN.
Okay, so I wanted to say something about this. I did some looking. You know, every now and then I try to kind of go through, and because everything changes all the time. So as of November of 25, special meetings, the way it is worded is that special meetings are to be called by either the mayor or 3 council members. The call for special meetings must be in writing and specify the subjects to be considered, and no business other than that specified is transacted. Now I know, and I wish Stephen was here for this, you know, even if we want to look at this loosely as well, we were here last meeting, we all agreed to have a special meeting. We didn't actually talk about having a special meeting until after we talked about the relocation. So we never made a motion to table it, we never made an action plan on it. So I don't know if that's something we can actually legally talk about tonight. But we never actually motioned to do it.
Yeah.
We were told to look at what the code says, look at what the leader, what kind of league it was, if it was just that one section, or if there was multiple sections, what we're,
And then the next thing we talked about was the EEQ meeting, and that's when we started talking about having that election tonight.
well, we actually started talking when we got to financials.
For the
And
town.
that special,
So this is for the utility fund,
we had already called the special meeting for the financials
for the town.
for the town and utilities, like,
Same thought.
Right.
So that we call it a utility special meeting, but because this wasn't specifically discussed being on that special meeting, it's a problem.
I'm bringing it up for everybody to talk about, so.
Several years he's been having this issue.
Oh, I know. I'm just scared of us talking about it. There's that, and then utility grants that.
Well, it's not like we didn't put it out there though, but I get what you're saying, but
Right.
we're not adding it now.
The utility grants, we can put that on the next regular meeting, that's fine. We're not necessarily ready to discuss that anyway.
December, I screwed up with that meeting we had. And when we had the public hearing that they called short, and I honestly should have argued louder, then we had to wait the meeting, and we invalidated that entire meeting. I just don't wanna do that again.
Well, I feel like, I guess it was known that they needed to look at things and needed to come back to the table.
Right.
But, because we didn't do anything until we got more information, so
Well, the special meeting you're talking about there, because you guys had actually called the meeting. If it was at 6 o'clock, you guys started at 5:50.
No, we started at like 5:50.
I guess you
It
were.
was way early, yeah, absolutely.
So therefore,
that's right.
that was a difference. You had to do that meeting before we did. So,
I think we need to figure out an action and get it rolling for him personally.
Did Joe, just out of curiosity,
Are we going forward with discussing it? Because, I mean, I have the information needed, but if we're not supposed to discuss it legally,
I
then
would have, I think we're using it as a consideration and discussion, action.
because we can't, I mean, until
The
we
way
find
it's
out
worded
what's.
is, the way it's worded is no business other than that specified in the call shall be transacted. Is the word, so,
Do you wanna call Devin, talk with him?
I have not, I have been running around so much the last
I
week,
feel like we need to,
so.
if we can, we need to get it done.
I mean, I don't think we can do any action on it right now. Yeah. You could, because we're still waiting to see what
Right.
he's found out.
I mean, yeah,
So there's not gonna be any action on it.
like I said, I'm not trying to be a pain about it, I just wanna make sure that everything we do is.
no, I get it and I
on
agree.
board.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out
Where we are.
what's going on, so this can't be actually decided until the next meeting anyway.
no, but at least we can at least talk about it just in the sense of knowledge.
Yeah.
That's my understanding, is that correct? Just basically find information gathered.
I'm not a lawyer, so I'm not gonna sit here and try to say, I know
And I
you
feel
guys
like
don't
if
so.
it wasn't on the agenda at all, obviously, it
Right.
wouldn't be, but we did put this
Joe,
on.
look at your way.
Right.
Well, like I said, it's nothing we can do until we get back and hear from our utility guy going, yeah, there's 2 or 3 leaks in that line that need to be fixed.
No, I think they,
Before we do the meeting.
I think they have.
Yeah.
I have all the info. Yeah, so, okay, so we will be considering and discussing, but no action, okay. So, we went, and looked at the line, there was a big leak, it's already been fixed. It was very easy leak to fix, because there was just enough water logged there, that it was like shoveling mud. So I went out and me and Joe, and I helped him dig it out, he repaired the leak, backfilled the hole, and the only issue now is moving the meter from where its current location is to where we talked about putting it in his house. All we have to do is track his line coming down from his house to the main, which won't take anything at all. And the current meter that's there, we can actually move the existing meter that he has, bring the line together, and then move that meter over, because it's still an operable meter and everything's good with it. So essentially, it's at no cost to us as far as replacing the meter, because if it's functional, I don't see a reason to replace it with a brand new one at X amount of dollars. Because we're already moving the meter and we're out the labor cost, that's the only thing we're out. So that's where we're at. That too, that's another thing that's a benefit of using the same meter moving forward.
So if you don't know, we're just screwed up, it just continues in that line.
Absolutely. Yeah, because we went through and him and I both walked it, stepped it, you know what I mean? There's nowhere that is anywhere an apparent leak of any kind other than the one.
So it's just that
It's
east
just
side.
that right in front of her drive, yeah.
I think right now with all the drought, we probably know
You absolutely would know,
if
yeah.
there's a wet spot.
Because it's a bad deal when you say, hey, can you look in April to find a leak? And you're like, well, I'll call you in 3 months, you know?
I do like the idea you said last meeting. I don't know if everybody caught it, but when we go to replace it, can we cap off where we're putting it to, and then just check to see if that meter is moving at all?
It's possible, yeah.
And if it's not moving, then we know there's no water getting out
Right.
anywhere. before
And
we
there's no
actually move
shut
it.
off before it has the water.
Right.
As long as he understands that he's responsible for the meter to his hand.
Absolutely, he understands that 100%. And I've been like, look, man, I'll do what I can, but of course, you know, same old song and dance. things were discussed with the previous clerk and, you know, not following through and that sort of thing, I'm like, look, I'll do what I can to get it pushed through or get something figured out.
Now, as far as the last clerk goes, I think what he was told that if he wants, he was coming to us, we were being told that he wanted us to pay for connecting his house, and we were told, we said absolutely not. So I don't know if the last clerk didn't do it, or,
As I said, that conversation was held with the resident, when he would be responsible for one of the parents.
Right.
He wasn't having it.
yeah, so, I'm not quite sure if the problem was with the last clerk not following through or not.
Right.
Have it now, we're not paying for it to be done.
Right, yeah, not at all.
For consideration discussion action on B2 consent order.
Let's just update on conversation.
I have a question for you. So I have a subscription to that Otter AI, which is great for meetings, but it's not so great with audio recordings. Is there any way you can run that through your Wave and then send it to us? That way we can actually read the transcript as well.
I sent the DEQ conversation out to everybody. I was able to report it when Nathan went with us. They went over all the violations. There's 6 of them. 2 of them got done, which was the Grand Street project, which was violations of that, on the consent with the drafts and stuff, anyways. They wanted documentation showing like an invoice from the contractor showing that it's been completed, what date it was completed, pictures of it, and then like on letterhead, where it's located and when it was done. We got that completed, we sent that to, Brown, which has a attorney for DEQ. He's going to have to reconfigure our news form because there's very rare to have meetings like that to where half of it's already been taken care of. So a big chunk of the fines that we're gonna get is gonna be taken off because of us getting that done. We're just behind, EDMRs, but Spencer's trying to get Joe switched over so that he can work on EDMRs and catch those up. As soon as we're done, we'll have to have documentation of that, we'll just print it off when we get done, send it to him.
Make sure to get all of the EDMRs, like the one, there was a couple from several months ago that we took care of, and we took care of the one for this month already. And the EDMRs going forward, do the 15th of the month with them. So I set it up with Joe that we're gonna do them on the 7th of every month. So that way we never run into this problem again. It's kinda like if we get in our heads, it's the 7th is the deadline, not the 15th, we're never late. So we should not have this problem with them again.
And his laptop, the battery has been replaced, it's functional, I set up the Chrome account for it, I put the EDMR login pages as bookmarks for it and everything.
And I set him up today with a DEQ online portal account, which we've been working to get him taken care of. And I went through and set up mine, and then I set his up, and he was sitting next to me the whole time. That was pretty fun. But we took care of all that, so going forward, this shouldn't be an issue with them, but the fine, I asked them in the meeting what we were looking at, and they got a little cagey with giving me a number right then. So they said they would get back to us within 30 days. Yeah, well, those are the ones, we only have like 2 of those left, and all the rest of them we got done. The EDMRs from like 2023, 2022, and basically they were telling us that they'd rather you, so their whole deal is report no matter what, even if you have the data or don't. We just want to know, yeah.
Yeah, I can't find it, yeah, I have no idea where it's at.
Yeah, we both
Anything that
know.
old's gonna be pretty.
Yeah.
Right, well, if it ever existed in the first place.
That's
No, there's no wrong.
What's the other one? There's 2 more.
It's one was like an SOP, one of them is like having an SOP in place for the EDMRs, and the other one is 12 months consecutive of turning it in on time. And the other's
Yeah, and that's where I made it the 7th, was so that, because they're gonna be watching us for the next 12 months. And if we're late on even one of them, all of this goes back to all.
Do we have an SOP yet?
Well, it's more or less what they've done. It
What
doesn't
we've
have
already
to be-
worked out.
Honestly, it's right now. Late. Some things.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And they also said that like once we get this straightened out, they'll also
I've been
work with
trying for
us
2
to
minutes.
like put a binder together for like, cause I already explained to them that we have, he's like our 10th or 11th operator, we have a huge turnover. And that's why it's like hitting us, that they're gonna work with us on getting a binder together, like everything that's supposed to get done, when it was supposed to get done, all that.
I like that they just say, extra something in.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. Yes, yeah, they're on that as well.
What are these?
I did.
And then on bypass.
I have a lot of these at work.
Yes. They're not part of it. We just get together
You
with
free?
Stefan and we can.
If
You're
we,
gonna do
if we, I do want to point out that didn't you guys tell me that they were actually impressed with the budget we had gotten done?
Yeah, very
They
much
said
so.
it's hardly ever, they hardly ever hear
I-
us
I-
already getting a bunch
I
of stuff.
definitely want to acknowledge you guys for that, make sure everybody
Oh,
knows.
the issue
that
we
is
have
great
is
work.
we got this from another board.
Well, that's what they acknowledged, it's like, okay, this is a whole new group, a whole new ball game.
At least we're,
But you
we're trying,
guys,
the new board, we just have to.
you guys busted your butts to get everything in place, so good job for that, thank you.
Okay, number 5,
So,
consideration.
before we move on, what do we need to do then? Do we need to have take any actions or anything on
Just
this?
an update, just so you guys know what the plan is moving forward.
Great.
Okay, number 5, consideration action on utility grants.
We'll just put them on the regular meeting. I need to compile all of them.
But we, I know that you were talking to Mario, we tried, that was something.
Remember what happened? Oh, that was why I passed this. So this is what extra layer. No, come back.
You know. I really,
I should have given this to
You know, we have video conferences for group work days, like how they should use it.
So that's the next.
5 to 6.
I don't want to get out of this swing.
consideration discussion action on included quotes, still vote on that.
Yeah.
7, consideration discussion action on reimaging for the loan.
Okay, so we got a $25,000 loan from the bank for the Great Street project and the well house project. Okay, after everything's all said and done and they're paid up, and the smoke clears, there's about 1,700 and change left. I think it's 1,741 left over from it. What do you guys want us to do with that remaining amount from the loan? Just put it into the utility budget and use it accordingly? Or do we need to, is there some sort of protocol as far as what to do with the remainder of that money? I understand it's not a massive chunk of change, but I mean, it's still $1,700
And that loan was approved for those projects.
for those projects only.
Now, again, I don't know if we can vote on this one or not, but if you want my opinion, I think that any extra money from it that was earmarked for it should go to pay off that loan that was.
Okay, that's what I was,
But that's just my opinion. I mean,
It was for the grant, just to make sure well house.
Well house.
We were gonna try to do well house too, but the projects were too, they raised like $4,000, so I had to cut 2 out, just give the well.
That's something we discussed, like I said, it's not like you guys just.
okay.
Then I definitely think we should talk about it next week.
Yeah. Number 8, adjournment.
I move that we adjourn.
I'll second. That's the record.
James, yes.
This is a record.
We're pretty close on that one.
Which is good, because I'm packing, so I can get done, go turn on my electronics.
That was the fastest thing
I'm going to bed.
I saw.
I got to be back in
I'm not
You guys mind if I reach out to Steph about that?